Pastaj na kapën policët na futën një traget privat. Vetëm rreth 50 metra i distancë, 50 metra shkelin tokë italiane, s'na lënë fare më shumë.
Agron is 23 and has been unemployed for 2 years since finishing his national service.
Kur mora vesh më kësy, prap u gëzova, po prap edhe u gëzova dhe s'u gëzova. Se nga jetën që bëjmë neve këtu, fëmija, rinia jonë sot s'mund të jetoj dot këtu në këtë vend. Se janë dhe kushtet e vështira që nuk mund të jetojnë dot. Po djali im thot që unë këtu nuk do të rri, thot, do t'iki, thot. Jashtë thot, se atje thot, bëhet jeta me e mirë, thot, edhe ka pare më shumë, thot. Vetëm për jetesën do t'iki fëmija.
Skanderbeg Square in the capital, Tirana. A population of 270,000, where the ownership of private cars has leapt to 500. Empty pedestals remain where statues of Lenin, Stalin, and President Hoxha once stood. Hoxha's pyramid-shaped memorial is no longer a place to pay homage. It's easy to remove the idols of the old regime. Much harder to change a decrepit centralized system into a free market economy. Even before the elections, the communists, now restyled as socialists, had started the process of reform. But the gravity of the situation recently has resulted in a coalition with the opposition parties. They are urgently privatizing shops and industry and encouraging free enterprise. This government has to bring about a revolution in the mentality of the people.
What does it mean to reform an economy devastated by the communism, by the crisis of communism? You can't have worse than this. You know, the output has been falling by 40%. The agricultural output, so the food supply, 55%. Only this period of 7 months since the beginning of the year.
And food is Albania's fundamental problem. The 2/3 of the population who depend on agriculture have to be taught to cultivate the land independently and will have to work harder than they did under communism. In the meantime, there may not be enough food to see the people through the winter. Much of the land has been abandoned over the years and the people have become demoralized. Ramazan Shinani still has his job as director of the Peze Co-op. He showed me where the collective cattle used to live. Now they've gone to the peasants. And Mr. Shinani is in charge of reallocating the land.
Mesatarisht, si mas llogaritjeve që kemi bërë, del që çdo familje të marrë 2 dylym për frym. Duke marrë parasysh numrin e banorëve që kemi në fshatra, edhe sipërfaqe që ai ka në ngarkim, kjo sasi toke është e pamjaftueshme për të përballuar nevojat, domethënë, e familjes.
Soon peasants will have to pay for the animals they took from the co-op. And Mrs. Sachi may soon lose the sheep she's cared for so proudly for the past few months. If she does, will just working on the land provide a living for her family?
Po me çfarë do ta punojmë tokën, ku s'ke mjetet, ku s'ke traktorin, ku s'ke të gjitha ato mekanizmin që ti punosh të toka s'punohet me krah, ja ta marrësh 2 lymb që do na japin ato 2 lymbin tokën e tash. Po me çfarë do të punoj po ku s'ke mekanizmin? Punohet toka me krah? S'punohet toka me krah.
The old co-op machinery is useless, and Mr. Shinani has his worries about the reallocation of the land.
Sasia e tokës, domethënë, që i mbetet fshatarit nuk është në atë sasi që t'i përballojë nevojat e tij.
People say that it's not going to be possible to live off that little piece of land.
But they had the same piece of land within the cooperative, and they produced nothing because fertilizers were used inefficiently, irrigation inefficiently, so to say, seeds inefficiently, work inefficient, and so on. Now, they have this one, and the same land will produce at least the same quantity that produced last year.
There is some produce available at exorbitant prices in new shops profiting from privatization. But the majority of Albanians can't afford it. And as long as private and state shops coexist, the meat here is being taken away from those still forced to rely on the state-run shops. For a mother looking for food, there's no choice here, only a ration book. 1 kilo of meat per week for each family, regardless of size. Rationed sugar, milk, even eggs. And it's often the children who are the innocent victims. I found Tirana's Children's Hospital heartbreaking. Dr. Durim Bebeci has been a pediatrician here for 25 years.
The malnutrition in Albania is a very big problem. For example, I think that about 50% of Albanian children suffer from malnutrition. And we have the infant mortality, the highest in Europe.
Malnutrition leaves children prey to killer diseases such as bronchial pneumonia, chronic diarrhea, and viral hepatitis. But some of the children I saw had simply been starving.
This child is 1 year old. He's weighing now only 5 kilos, instead of being 10 to 11 kilos. This other child, this is a girl, is weighing now only 2.9 kilos. 2 kilos and 900 grams, and is 6 months old.
Dr. Bebeci is trying to save the children in his care. But right now across the country, mothers are struggling to find food for their babies. What will happen to them?
People are not believing on democracy more. They wanted to see the concrete signs of democracy, of freedom, of market economy and so on. And people become impatient. That's why we are knocking to the doors of the Western democracies to support us, because if they will support in these first moves, we can give some concrete things to our people, and people will be more confident on what we are doing and will be more supporting the changes.
Po ne kemi 46 vjet mërbet që ne po na gënjejnë dhe tash ne jemi bërë që nuk besojmë dot asnjë. Gjithë populli nuk beson asnjë. Se jemi bërë se mjaft, kemi 46 vjet që po jetojmë edhe po na gënjejmë, s'kemi fituar asnjë.
So do you think you will try again to go back?
S'diskutohet, për të jetu do t'iki se s'bën, di dhe më bet, këtu me që dhe të është punë s'ka. Gjeni e keqe është, i gjo do të me bo me jetu për vetën tate. Pas të lyden kamet i thoni më beri s'hanë më dhamet, që gjeni për me hangër do të me luft, do të me punu, do të me bo sakrificë.
L'Albania era il paese dimenticato. 3 milioni di persone che per quasi 50 anni erano rimaste isolate dal resto del mondo. L'arrivo della democrazia e le prime elezioni a più partiti a marzo hanno avuto come primo effetto la distruzione dei meccanismi economici esistenti. La crisi, già gravissima, è peggiorata ancora. Per molti giovani albanesi, l'unica possibilità di una vita migliore era l'emigrazione. Sono diventati boat people. Su navi, zattere e imbarcazioni improvvisate partivano per l'Italia. 27.000 albanesi sono stati accolti a marzo dopo il primo esodo. Ad agosto altri 20.000 hanno attraversato l'Adriatico, ma questa volta sono stati rispediti indietro. Da pochi giorni le forze armate albanesi sono coadiuvate da 700 uomini del contingente militare italiano, che daranno manforte alle autorità albanesi per proteggere l'accesso ai porti e scongiurare il pericolo di nuovi esodi, fornendo aiuti umanitari alla popolazione.